I love movies, and this love has been growing in me for my entire life. From my childhood memories of endlessly browsing the shelves of my local Blockbuster to my mom showing me Star Wars for the first time, I always knew that I enjoyed movies. But it was during the summer of 2017 that I realized that I loved movies. The event that brought about this quote-unquote epiphany was my first viewing of Edgar Wright's Baby Driver. Baby Driver showed me what it meant to love a movie. Within the first 5 minutes of the movie, my jaw was already touching the floor. I was enthralled by the music, the action, the cinematography, and the entire meticulous nature of the movie itself. Days after watching the movie, I felt like a fiend. I couldn't get this movie out of my mind, and all I wanted to do was watch it again, and again, and again, and again. And this was a feeling that I never felt before, and I was completely overwhelmed. After this, I started watching movies more often. I developed a routine. I'd watch a movie every Friday and Saturday night. Throughout my sophomore year in high school, my love for film started to grow and grow. In May of 2018, I decided to challenge myself. I told myself that I would watch 45 movies this summer and keep track of all of them in a journal. But I knew that I couldn't just watch any movie. I had to watch the best movies. So I started doing some research. Instead of doing the work for my online class, I scoured through book after book and Rotten Tomatoes list after Rotten Tomatoes list, looking for the movies that demanded my attention. After about a month, I came up with a list of about 150 movies, which was way more than enough. The day that I finished my last exam of the year, I was ready to watch some movies. That night, I started my summer of movies with Christopher Nolan's Memento. I went through that summer trying to watch a movie every night, keeping track of all the movies in a small journal and a nice Excel spreadsheet. By the end of the summer, I had watched exactly 61 movies, beating my goal. My favorites ended up being True Romance, Her, The Graduate, Punch Drunk Love, and the French horror film Raw. I continued to watch as many movies as possible throughout the school year and the following summer, still tending to the journal and Excel sheet, and I'm proud to say that this summer I beat my old record by 10 movies. It was in this period where I believe I really started to branch out more in terms of what I was watching. I started watching more foreign films and more thought-provoking films, and this branching out really made me realize why I love movies. Movies like Audition and Perfect Blue messed with my mind and made me fear the unknown. Talk Radio and Dog Day Afternoon showed me how much tension could be built while staying in just one room. Eraserhead in Synecdoche, New York assured me that I can still love a movie even if I don't completely understand it. Midsommar and Climax left me in an odd state of mind days after viewing. Deep Red and A Bay of Blood made me fall in love with Giallo, and Dear Zachary, a letter to a son about his father, showcased just how devastating a movie can be. And that's why I feel that I should receive the Movie Buff Scholarship. I believe that I live and breathe movies. My favorite YouTubers are film critics and essayists. If you looked at my bank statements, you would see a solid percentage of my purchases being either from movie tickets or DVDs from the thrift store. And I think I started a nice little collection for myself, of stuff including Lady Snowblood, La Haine, Coffee, and American Beauty. My love of movies has even influenced my taste in other art forms. I've only bought 2 vinyl records in my life, and they were the Dead Man soundtrack and the 2001: A Space Odyssey soundtrack. My bedroom walls are mostly covered by movie posters. I've even gained a reputation as being the movie guy. I've heard people say, oh, if Harrison says it's a good movie, it's a good movie. And I've had multiple people ask me to make them movie lists. And all of this just pushes me to love movies even more, because it makes me feel as if the movies are loving me back. Movies teach me life lessons and get me through hard times, just like a loving person would. I always feel held by movies, and I love seeing how much film means to other people like myself. Being at TIFF this year was one of the best experiences of my life. Sitting in a packed theater surrounded by people who have a deep respect for movies is fantastic. I even got to sit near Takashi Miike at a Midnight Madness screening. Just seeing him up close was worth all the money I had spent to get there. In conclusion, I knew this video wasn't going to be hard to make, because this type of stuff is all I think about. I've got film on my mind 24/7, and it's been that way for the past year and a bit. I've committed a large portion of my time, money, and energy on film in this period of time, and I can't wait to continue this way. I feel that I've learned so much about film and learned so much from film that all I want to do is learn more. This video and everything I've said really showcases how much I love movies, and that's why I deserve the Movie Buff Scholarship. Thank you.